Okay, folks, we are now with Mr. Gerard Loumeau. He is the chapter chairman. Gerard, is that right?
Yes, correct.
And tell me a little bit about, obviously a show this size needs a lot of organizing, and you need to obviously also have the right people that understand each other to get something coordinated so very well.
Correct, Kevin. We have a very good team on our committee. We've got approximately on average of about 15 years experience.
Wow.
Some guys have been keeping koi for about 30 years on a committee on other chapters.
Yes.
And we've got some of the other guys have got 15 years experience. I personally myself has been on a committee from the time I started keeping koi. I was a normal member, then I became vice chairman for maybe 7 years, and I've been chairman now for about 3 years. We have a very, very good team, and we all get on well together, and it makes life so much easier for us to arrange the show.
Absolutely, and we've got the likes of Harry Becks and Mike Harvey,
Yes.
Folks that live koi.
That's correct.
That's all I can say.
Correct, and they spend, Mark, for example, there's so much work that he puts into before we even start putting the show together. Yeah. It's just a guy that we cannot afford to lose. He's so important to our chapter.
Absolutely. And tell me a little bit about your fish.
Well, I've been keeping koi for about 25 years, 22 years, odd years. And I think Harry first spoke to me into entering fish when we had the koi show at the pavilion. And I entered my fish the first year at the pavilion. Thereafter, I've entered every single year for about 20 odd years. I haven't missed a show. It's so exciting, and we look forward to the show, and yes, I enjoy it, and I've entered every single year.
I've noticed that you've got on pond 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 your fish.
Yes.
Tell me about your Makashi Ogon.
Well, the Makashi Ogon, I bought it in about 5 years ago from Mark Siegel, and the fish just grew and grew, and it's now 1 meter 20 mil, the biggest fish I have. And I have another one very similar to that one, but a better body, but unfortunately I couldn't bring it. Mm-hmm. But as it is, it's a very nice looking fish for the size.
Oh, absolutely. So, definitely the largest on the national show this year.
At the moment, I believe, yes, it is 1 meter and 20 mils, biggest fish on show.
Yes, and probably one of the largest in the country of what I have seen around.
Look, there are other bigger fish. It's one of the biggest.
Yes, it's one of the biggest.
I'm led to believe that Paul Kutsia is one of about 1 meter 200.
That's big.
Yes, so there's not too many fish of that size around.
What's nice is that Kwazulu-Natal is famous for growing big fish because of the climate. Is it not
correct,
so?
Yes, nice. We have a nice hot weather, ideal weather for keeping koi. My water doesn't go less than about 14 degrees, even in winter, so it's ideal for koi keeping.
Yes, yes. I see the judges are they're just about ready to wrap up the judging process and things, and that has gone down in itself very, very well.
Very well.
And I have to ask you some hopefuls in your pond.
Well, I don't know the results yet, but I think I may be getting Jumbo B. But the rest of them, I don't know. I don't normally go and try and find out what prices I've won.
Yes.
I normally wait until the end. When it comes, it comes. If I get a good price, nice. If I don't, it's not serious. I love entering my fish so people can actually see the different the fish in the different varieties that there are out there.
Yes.
For me to win a major prize is not critical.
But of course, being part of a show like this, it's always nice just to take part and to showcase what you've got.
Definitely, and I encourage new hobbyists to come forward and get involved in the show, participate. This is where the hobby really picks up.
Correct.
That's where it picks up momentum.
It's part of what we call edutainment.
Correct.
You'll be entertained by looking at the beautiful fish, like you've just said, showcasing, but you'll also have breeders and dealers that will be able to help you along, to educate you, to help get to the level where you are.
Correct. I mean, I remember when I started keeping koi's, Harry kept on saying to me, join the society, join the society. And I thought, no, let me get my pond up and running properly. When I'm ready, then I'll join. And when I look back now, you meet so many people, you see so many, you learn so much before you really get into the hobby properly.
Yes, correct. So what you're saying is become a hobbyist, become a member.
A member first.
First, and then your learning curve will be that much shorter.
Correct.
And more satisfying.
Correct.
And I have to tell you about the venue, absolutely great, nice and relaxed, families enjoying it, plenty parking, the things that a show really needs, well organized, you know, from food right through to having tea, coffee and the likes. Everything is here at the Shongweni Polo Club, isn't it so?
Correct. You know, given we had the show at other venues,
yes,
and there was always a lot of red tape to go through before being able to put a show together. And here it's a lot easier at the Shongweni Polo Club. You know, we just get hold of a manager before, you know, early during the year, and we get a date, and off we go. You know, we've moved our containers or base here at the club.
Yes, oh, that's
great. And so it's very easy. We bring all our equipment from there in the trailer, and everything happens on the Saturday morning that we start putting the show up. When I say Saturday morning, this year we started on Wednesday, putting everything together, and it's a lot of work, hell of a lot of work. It started Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We had a lot of helpers coming through to help put the vets up. And Saturday, Sunday, we started filling up with water, and then Mark and Alan and the rest of the team started putting everything together. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just a lot of work, a lot of work.
I want to come back just on the show for one moment, but an important moment. You know, without sponsors, one can't have a show like this. Okay. And with the kind sponsorships that there are many sponsors that have contributed, but the main sponsor for the show has been Absolute Asphalt.
Correct.
And can you tell me about the company?
Well, Absolute Asphalt is my business, and we started as a family business. Well, when I say family, I started what was called Pothole Express Repairs 20 odd years ago, and my son and I worked together. We built a business to what it is today, and we've got a good name out there, and I was very pleased that I could assist or be the main sponsor. When we started talking early on during the year, we realized that the economical situation in the country at the moment is not good at all, and that sponsors would be hard to get. And that's when I stepped in and I said, guys, look, let me be a sponsor, and I was glad that I could come forward and be a sponsor and for a hobby which I enjoy. Yes.
Well, as I said, without sponsors we don't have a show, and we just want to thank you very much for your major contribution, and it's greatly appreciated.
Pleasure.
So, Gerard, we thank you so very much.
Thank you, Kevin.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, folks, there you have it. In a nutshell, what the show is all about, how it's been organized, the committee working so very well together, and of course, sponsorship, so that you can enjoy it. Thank you so much.